What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. Want to apologize really quick on not uploading a video yesterday. I got really tied down in some things, but going to make it up today and also have another video tomorrow. Now, before I give you a quick rundown, if you got a second, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Just surpassed 91,000 subscribers, so want to thank everybody for being subscribed. And for a quick rundown, the highlight of this video, we have a first look at the Air Jordan 9 UNC. Also, we have information on the upcoming K54. That will be later in the video. We also have more from Jordan brand, information on a Yeezy Restock coming, and more from Nike. But without wasting too much of your time, let's jump into the news. Kicking things off with Adidas, and we have a restock coming on the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Butter. Now, this pair first released back in June 2018, and if you missed out on them then, you'll have one more chance to grab them, at least. So the pair features, as you can see, butter throughout, and then it's complemented with a gum outsole. So the restock is taking place on January 11th. Retail price will be $220, and they will be available at Yeezy Supply. I don't have a time as of yet. Most of the times they kind of drop at random, and honestly, I'm not going to have a video out before I'll know the time. So what you can do is check SneakerFiles.com, because once I know it, I'll update it there, or I'll just update it in the community feed. Also releasing this month is a new Nike KD11, which comes dressed in black, white, racer blue, and bright crimson. Now, after going over the shoes, I really don't see where the bright crimson is, but looking closer, we have mostly white across the uppers, but a little bit of black hinted throughout, and then we have more black which lands around the heel, by the toe, and on both the lateral and medial side. Completing the look is a blue translucent midsole and outsole. So if you're interested in grabbing this pair, they drop on January 15th, and retail price will be $150. Fans of the Philadelphia Eagles, Nike Sportswear is set to release a new Nike Air Max Speed Turf, which originally was worn by Dan Marino back in 1995. Not this colorway, of course, but this pair comes dressed in white, metallic silver, and pine green. And as you can see, the colors do match up nice for the Eagles, but furthering the look, we have PHI on the lateral forefoot. So this pair is dropping on January 11th. Retail price will be $130, and I know you'll be able to grab them at Foot Locker. I'm not sure about other retailers, nor am I sure about other NFL teams dropping of this shoe. Comme des Garcons is set to collaborate with Nike once again. This time it'll be on the Nike Presto Tent. Now, this is a reworked model of the Nike Air Presto, and to me, this screams Air Jordan 19. As you can see the tongue, how it even curves up, and you kind of have that mesh overlay on top of it. Two colorways are dropping. One comes in black, yellow, and white, while the other comes in a light blue, gray, red, and white. Now, as for release details, they're first going to drop at CDG's Hong Kong store on January 12th. Currently, a stateside release is unknown, but once that is unveiled, I'll make sure to throw that in the next news video. Nike Basketball and Kobe Bryant are getting ready to celebrate the 13th anniversary of Bryant scoring 81 points against the Toronto Raptors. Dropping this month is the Nike Kobe 1 Protro, known as 81 points. The pair features a white, black, and court purple color combination. While white leather covers the upper, black lands on the Nike swoosh logo on the sides. Following, we have carbon fiber across the midsole and purple accents. So for those that want to purchase this pair, they will be available at select Nike basketball retailers on January 22nd. Retail price will be $175. Just on a side note, this was first confirmed to release in Europe, and then Nike just a day ago, I believe, confirmed that this pair will be available worldwide. Late last night, images finally leaked of the Nike LeBron 16 Equality. Now, there's two colorways dropping. One comes in white and black, the other one comes in black and white. But sadly, we only have two images, and they're an overhead shot, so we don't really have much to go off of. You can slightly see the side, and it appears that equality will be around the hill. Can't really tell 100% from these shots, but again, this is a first look. I did want to share it. I felt if I left it out, it wouldn't be right. But both pairs are dropping on January 21st. Retail price will be $185, and this will be part of Nike's BHM collection. We got a couple of Nike Air Fear of God releases to talk about. The first one is another moccasin coming in light bone. Now, the whole moccasin nickname isn't 100% confirmed. It could be named something else, but looking closer, they feature light bone across the upper, which also lands on the midfoot strap, and then we have a small Nike swoosh, and that's done in black. This pair also features a double stacked Zoom Air unit in the midsole, along with Fear of God branding. So at the time of shooting this, release information really isn't known. The retail price is expected to be $170. Again, that's yet to be confirmed. If I had to guess about a release, possibly in the next month or so. Our next fog release to talk about is the Nike Air Fear of God 180, also in light bone. So this actually looks similar to the moccasin, and a few of the biggest changes is a crisscross strap that starts at the midfoot area and then wraps the collar, and then just below that we have a large black Nike swoosh. Other than that, we have light bone across the upper, a unique lacing system, and it'll also come with a double stacked Zoom Air unit. Just like the moccasin, release information for the 180 isn't known at this time, nor is there a confirmed retail price. Last up from Nike, we have official images of the off-white Nike Air Max 90 known as Desert Ore. Now this pair comes dressed in a Desert Ore, Hyper Jade, and Bright Mango color combination. This pair does have some fall vibes as well as winter, and you can see that mango shade that lands right on the Nike swoosh, and the little tag that's just above the swoosh, that's done in Hyper Jade. Now as for a release date, they drop on January 17th, and retail price will be $160. On to Jordan Brand, and honestly, I felt so weird including this, but there is people talking about it. I wouldn't say there's hype, but talking about them for all the wrong reasons. This pair is known as the Air Jordan 3 Explorer. It is a women's exclusive. Now, as you can see, a lot of the DNA of the shoe is taken from the Air Jordan 3. Now, some of the biggest differences includes an extended ankle collar along with a buckle strap just below the top of the tongue. Now, for this colorway, they come in Vast Gray, Tropical Twist, and Atmosphere Gray. There has been another pair, I believe, that leaked in black and white, and I already know off top, these aren't for everybody. This is a women's release, but images are out there, and as for release, we don't have any information as of yet. They should be dropping soon. They will be available at Nike.com, and the retail price will be $145. For those that have been wearing Jordans since the 90s, you may have remembered the Jordan Jumpman Swift. Originally known as the Jumpman Swift 6, they launched back in 1999 and was worn by Eddie Jones. Returning for the first time, they're bringing back the OG colorway, which comes in white, black, and tour yellow. Now, this pair has been available at Finish Line, I believe Shoe Palace, and quite a few other retailers, but recently they became available on Nike.com, and I know people are going to have a lot of mixed feelings on these, but I myself do like them. I do remember them back in the 90s, and I'm sure some of the people that have been collecting for a while, or maybe even some new people that just started collecting, will appreciate these. So when I last checked, there was a full-size run, and retail price is $140. But to be honest with you guys, if you're patient, these will 100% go on sale. I just wanted to touch really quick on the Air Jordan 4 NRG Hot Punch. In one of the previous videos I shot, I wasn't 100% sure on the color used because so many different filters, lightings, and things like that used on various images. And somebody in the comments said, oh, they're going to be like a coral pink type look to it, in which they were right about it. We have the official photos, and I feel like this best represents what they're going to look like. Just to recap really quick, they feature Hot Punch throughout, and then black lands on the Jumpman logo located on the tongue and heel. Now this is releasing exclusively in women's sizing on January 12th. Retail price will be $190. We have new images of the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG known as Crimson Tint, and with these new images, I'm actually liking the shoe a lot. The first set of images, they're okay. I guess I just needed some time for them to grow on me. And yes, I'm already seeing people calling them a broke man's rust pink, and I'm okay with that. I don't necessarily agree with the broke man stuff. If you buy what you like. Anyways, moving forward, this pair comes dressed in a black crimson tint, hyper pink, and white color combination. And one of the main questions I'm being asked is if this pair is a women's exclusive. And to be honest, what I keep telling people is I can't 100% say yes or no, but it's looking like this is going to be a men's release. There has yet to be any indication that this is a women's, although the color, yes, looks like it, but usually with the style number, the colorway, that's labeled women's, and I have yet to see that yet. Again, that's not confirmed. These could wind up being a women's release. I'll be able to find out more information soon. And if I didn't mention the release details, they're dropping April 27th. Retail price will be $160. If you watched that long video I did about 2019 Air Jordan releases, then you heard in there I talked about an Air Jordan 9 UNC All-Star releasing. Now, many reported that it would be based off the powder blue pair, the OG, even possibly being remixed. And I had my doubts about it. It didn't seem right, the color description. I kind of went over that in the video. And now we have a first look. So we can now say that the powder blue pair is not releasing, but what is on screen. Now, if this pair looks familiar, it's because it resembles the 2002 Blue Pearl Air Jordan 9 low release. I remember back in the day before they started retroing like low tops and stuff like that, this was a shoe that was sought after. There's also a sample version of this. It's a high, I believe, Ballin Twin. I think that's how you say it on Instagram. He owns that pair. And if these images look a bit off to you, these are official images, but of the grade school size. Now, this pair comes dressed in a white, university blue, and midnight navy color combination. Midnight navy runs across the midsole and the mudguard and also wraps the collar, and that's done all in patent leather. On the upper we have white leather, and then we have small hints of university blue throughout. It also appears that Jordan Brand is going to be releasing their All-Star Weekend sneakers throughout the month. So we have the Air Jordan 1 UNC patent leather, that's a women's release, that drops on February 2nd. Then we have the Air Jordan 9 posted here, and that drops on February 9th. Retail price for this pair is $190. Now, I know Jordan Brand releases for the month of January. To me and a lot of others that I've seen comment on the Air Jordan releases video for January aren't so hyped about this month's releases. So this would be the perfect time to save up because there's going to be a ton of stuff dropping in February. Each year, Jordan Brand releases several models for the K54 Street Ball Basketball Tournament, which takes place in Paris. In 2019, they're going to do it once again, but to go backwards a bit, in 2018, they dropped the Air Jordan 3, and in 2017, they released the Air Jordan 1. Both of those feature a somewhat similar theme. Now going forward, we know that the Air Jordan 12 K54 is releasing this year. Now, I don't have a color description, I don't have a release date or a retail price, but the retail price should be $190. This information comes from Mr. Unloved Ones, but he told me about this release and he told me about a few other ones, so I'll be including that as well in the next video. But once he finds out a color description, or if I can track one down before then, he'll make sure to let me know, and in turn, we'll let everybody else know. Now, if I had to guess on a release date, or I shouldn't say release date, but a release month, it will be sometime in July. The past two releases released in July. And sadly, I wish I had a color description because I would have a mock-up, but the image on screen is just going to be a blacked out Air Jordan 12. So I hope nobody gets confused to think that is the K54 release. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Once again, thank you for watching this video. Greatly appreciate it. And if you got a second, hit the comments below. Let me know from this video what you liked, what you disliked. Also, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. It goes a long ways. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit the red button just below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.